Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for watching today. It's May. It's Monday, the first day of May. And today, the topic is who is controlling your business? Who is in control of it? Who is it? You? Is it the market? Is it your buyers, your sellers, your prospects? Is it the other agents? Who is in control of your business? So, and I know again, the reason why I'm bringing this topic up is because it's with coaching many agents every day and over the last several weeks, months, and it will continue in the future. This is the hot topic. Is and the one thing, of course, I hear so much: the market, the market, the market, the market. Listen, please. So I'm doing this service announcement to all realtors out there is that 30 years in real estate, there's always been a market. The only time that I wasn't sure there would be a market for a while, but was totally surprised and and in a good way, was during a pandemic. Because I've seen interest rates ups and downs. I've seen economies up. The economy's great. The economy's dead. The stock market's up. Stock market's down. Everything all over. But there's always people buying and selling houses. It's always a piece of the pie. And I've seen in realtors in our jobs, example, I have agents still ask, to this day, especially in years past with technology growing and Zillow and Realtor.com. The great news is now, today, I don't hear as much from agents worrying about their jobs of having a job, like will be replaced with someone. It was years ago, like, oh my gosh. And then years ago when it was a buyer's market, and they're like, oh my God, someday when it's a complete seller's market, which is we're in a seller's market beyond anything we've ever imagined, will we still have jobs because they could sell their house left and right? No, they don't need us to sell their house. But guess what? We've been through a pandemic. We're going through the craziest seller's market. Do sellers need us to sell their house? No, they absolutely do not need us. Do they sell their house? They could sell their house, put a sign out front, there'll be someone buying it. Will they get the highest price? Will they do it smoothly? Will they get the best terms for themselves? Do they know that they're getting the best of the best offer? No, absolutely not. Anybody? So I know I'm getting off on a tangent like I always do, but who is controlling your business? Don't worry about the market. That's something that's going to go up and down. Interest rates, the economy, it's all going to be there. But you, as a realtor, are in control of your business, on how many prospecting calls you make, how many people you talk to, where you target market, where you're spending your time of trying to find present and future buyers and sellers. Where will they be? Where will they be? And don't, well, what's the word I'm looking for? Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Example, I'll just throw it out there, my opinion. Years past, I've had agents that are no longer agents. I've seen agents in other companies that are no longer in business because they put all their eggs in one basket. And I'll just throw out an example, like back in the day, everybody like, I'm gonna get connected with banks and do foreclosures, and I'm busy, 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 and then they did all the bank-owned properties, and then they fell across. Or now, what I see, this is going to happen to a lot, and is I see some agents, investors, 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 investors. I got all these investors. I got all these investors. I got all these investors. Then the economy comes down, or the prices or interest rates go up. If you have investors, example, investors that are still not buying cash, they're buying with loans or with mortgages. As the interest rates go up, then the buying power goes up, lower, and then the payments are higher, and then the rents they get are not as high, and then they get out of the game as the rates go up. So don't put all your eggs in one basket. you have to, the bottom line, bread and butter. And again, I'm back one step. In Ohio, I don't really have many agents going, I sell all second homes. I do all vacation rentals, or all vacation homes, or people retiring and moving to retirement communities. We don't have that. In other states, they do. If some people, that just do new construction in Florida, or I use Florida, Arizona, they're doing just people buying second homes, resort communities. There's more target markets in certain other states, but in Ohio, our bread and butter is people buying and selling houses that need to buy and sell. They're going to live there. They're going to live there, and they're going to, or they're selling to downsize or move or upsize because they're starting a family or just want a bigger house or move around. That's our bread and butter. The backbone of your real estate business should be, to Ohio realtors, the normal people buying and selling for their life purposes. That's your backbone. If you have, look at your business, if you're all in one other area, like I got more over here, more over here, and I'm like, wow, these are not just normal everyday people. Because that's the backbone of the real estate business, the home ownership dream, to owning your own home, to live in it. And I think we lose that sometimes as realtors when we see business coming from other different areas that can stop. Those could stop with the economy. Those could stop with interest rates. Those could stop because market conditions in a specific market, like if you have investors, they're buying certain houses in certain price ranges in certain neighborhoods. Eventually, that neighborhood's all bought up. Eventually, that city's all bought up. Eventually, priced out, or the rents don't go high enough. So it's good for now, but again, keep that business. I'm not saying give it up. I'm saying get back to, make sure you have that base backbone of real estate, of the American dream of owning your own home, and for whatever, to start a family or live on your own or whatever it is, of home ownership. That's the backbone of your business. Then you're market proof. It doesn't matter where the interest rates go. It doesn't matter where the economy goes, because people need to move. They always will. And you just have to figure out what you need to do to stay in contact with them and to talk to them and target market them the best way you can, to try to pinpoint who is in your sphere and who's in your database that will be buying and selling with you in the future. So that will always be there. So that's it for today. So who's controlling your business? You are. No one else is. That's the bottom line. So have a great Monday on May 2nd here. And remember, call, text, email me anytime. I'm happy to set the time aside to help you with whatever you need. Have a great day. Bye-bye.